Today we are going to talk about one of the call to actions related to all three PDFs that was given by Professor. We have put a reference in each slides for that. So we are the team members Sisam, Dhruv, Leo, me, Rakesh, and Sanuka. Over to you, Leo.
Thank you, Rakesh. For the mobile app, there is different results are highlighted, such as 3.3 billion is the projected revenue by Ontario's mobile app industry by 2018 and around 600 million annually of Ontario's mobile app enterprise will generate. It shows that Ontario's mobile app generate a lot of benefit for Canada for the next 9. For the argument, it shows that there is different challenge for mobile app in Canada. We can see that the highest challenge is high competition because of global connectivity, and the lowest is lack of policy support. We can know that the competition is very high in Canada. However, Canada has provided a lot of policy support to them. Also, it shows some important results as well, such as lack of skilled worker. Therefore, we can know that the Canada is lack of skilled worker and competition is high for the next 9. For the organized of impact, Ontario's industry are adopting mobile technologies to their business, but the biggest challenge of mobile apps in Ontario's creative media industry is lack of benefit, because many of them wanted to know the benefit first before start to develop mobile apps. Once these business find the benefit, they know mobile apps is good for them, because it shows that no job loss has been reported about the mobile app in their business. With the world-class talent in Ontario's creative media industry, this Ontario industry are growing. Also, the expanding nature of technologies is highly leader in the media domain. For the next 9 workers.
Yeah, thank you, Leo. So coming to call to action for these things, what Leo has discussed is we need to adopt new things so to for the all creative industries. So that is one of the call to action. The next is raising awareness among the adoption for the benefits of critical things, so that people will interested into getting involved into this new technology, which help us to fix all the critical things. The third is awareness for the supporting programs, like we can address new courses or co-op program internship into the that particular field, and we need to provide information to the students or the workers so that they can take that proper education or supportive programs for that related things. Next is related with the labor shortage. Mostly we here it is talking about the Ontario, so that can be taught for that particular skill set, so that we can remove the labor shortage. Skills need to be improved. Even the people who are currently working, they need to improvise their skill sets. So for that, there need to be some programs need to be involved so that we can improvise the skill sets. Apart from that, we can we can showcase the global opportunities so that people will be more enthusiastic to into the uh, consider or learning about the new technologies, so that they can work in MNCs, like different companies where they can work in a different location or business with different people of different countries. Coming to the next one is related with the mobile imperative. This is a business process. First, I put a slides related with how this happens. So basically, a device manufacturers manufactures a device, then provide to an infrastructure provider, like those who are providing any mobile services, companies like, for example, in India, Airtel or Jio, and then they contact to the mobile service providers. So they provides the mobile service, like the SIM service or the data, and for that, the developers develop the web applications. Along with the application developers, they define different type of application along with the web application or Android or anything, and then users started using those applications. And for example, we are using Teams or WhatsApp for any kind of conversation. Along with that, government need to put some regulations so that people's information are stay intact. It should not be, everything should not be shareable. So this is the always a flow happens for mobile technology, for the stakeholder to focus on. Going to the next one, where it is talking about the arguments, where impact of mobile technologies on different um, business, how it drives efficiency using the mobile technology, how it is helping in reducing the cost on a regular basis and making a good customer relationship between the people so that it can provide a real-time support for the existing product or to train a new product about a new product so that the person who is newly using it, they can understand it more easily. And also it helps to increase the productivity by providing these supports, and within less time how people who can work faster helps the people who is not knowing the technology properly. So it can helps also the productivity gain using the mobile imperative technology. And next is to see some.
Yeah, thank you, Rakesh. From the visualization of the argument, we can see a rise on virtually all the applications which have embedded the use of mobile technologies, from the email application to this application in modernizing business processes and payment processing banking. Uh, Also, from the next visualization on the next slide, we can see how it has also helped increase efficiency in business processes, from reducing operational costs down to reducing hazards in workplaces. And on the next slide, we can also see from this visualization that it has helped different businesses be cost effective in their different operations. On the next slide. So mobile technologies have also helped in a way to improve customer relationship for businesses by helping them get the much needed customer feedbacks, and also in real time to help them develop a good feedback. Over to you, Rakesh, on the next slide.
Thank you, Jason. Um, so let's talk about the productivity gain over in Canada over the different provinces. So as we can see that Saskatchewan and Manitoba have the highest productivity gain due to the implementation of mobile imperative technology, while Ontario is standing in the middle of the table, and we can also see that Quebec has got the minimum productivity gain from this graph. So let's talk about how we can uh, organize organize to the call of action. So when you talk about the average Canadian worker, it generally produces 23% less output than a US worker, and almost half of the output what a worker produces in Norway. The growth of Canadian worker productivity level has declined over some time. Canadian businesses across many industries can help us improve this lowering of productivity, which currently Canada is holding, and which will maximize the our true potential to the world. While when we talk about the number of workers in the mobile technology industry, we can see that the estimates show 1 billion worldwide in 2020, 2010, and the estimates have reached 1.2 billion in 2030, which basically says that it has increased exponentially. Now let's talk about the call of action. How do we build it? So, challenges which we are currently facing are security threats. Our mobile technologies should have a really good security system in it. And the cost of the product, then employer skills. Yes, so we require highly skilled professionals to work on the mobile technology. Then limited value of our product in the market. Then reliability, yes, it's one of the most important things. Reliability, or if we talk about security threats, um, the productivity loss due to the distraction. Yes, when we talk about our workers, like we want to reduce their productivity loss due to distraction, and our workers should also have a work-life balance. Um, we should reduce it. Then lack of knowledge and benefits. Yes, so that is also important to us. And health concerns. Yes, everyone loves their health, so yes, it's important to us as well. Next slide, please. Now let's talk about the best rhetoric which we can use to for the call of action. So one of the example which we are shown over here is we have had a survey of the introducing the mobile technology among all the staffs in a company. And as you can see easily from the pie chart, that 71 percentage prefer that we should include mobile technology to the company. Next slide, please, Rakesh. Over to you, Shanuka.
Thank you, Drew. So when you talk about the next PDF, like you can get the reference as well. So these are the arguments that we find out. So you can find constraint on HR resources, talent and skill mismatch, difficulty in content generation, capital and policy challenges, unmeasured unknown benefits of adoption, bandwidth demands, and challenges of finding funds. So over to the next slide, Rakesh. So here you can look at the chart of all the arguments that I talked about. So most of the stuff I'll be talking in the next few slides. So like here you can check like resources constraint has the highest percentage of 49, followed by task skills mismatch, difficult to generate content, financing policy challenges, too many platform and limited value and unmeasured benefits. To the next slide, Rakesh. Yeah. So like here we can check how the arguments are organized for impact. So like here, as you can guys see, like we can check like there are 6 points that I have wrote. So the first one is business must either increase the capacity of the existing employees. That means since they are running out of employees, they should try to increase the number of employees in order to expand their customer base. Like if the employees are limited, they can't expand their customer base. So because of that, they have to increase their employee bases in order to to expand their customer base. So the next one is the need for fresh digital material on continuous basis is putting pressure on the digital platform. That means when they're working with client basis, they should the clients will be requiring 24-hour service if any issues arise. So there should be a 24 service. That's also one of the main points why there should be why should they increase their employees. And due to lack of knowledge of benefits received from adoption, firms have yet to invest in fully and utilize digital platform. And the more specific they are about the skill set, they are looking for the longer it takes to fill post and situation worse. So that means when they are, when let's say, for example, if industry is waiting to find the best suitable candidate, they're going to waste a lot of time finding for the perfect candidate. So while they wait, if they are in a worse situation where they should require employee to the organization, they will have a lot of late time until they find the correct person. So rapid shift in demand for different types and sectors of digital platform make it difficult for service providers to focus on new platforms and build out a position, and also result in higher concentration of traffic and can affect the service provided by the network. So when they are working with digital platforms like a lot, there should be issues coming up because they are handling so much customer basis. So there should be a good bandwidth as well. So these are which call to action is being requested. So in order to expand their client base, business must either enhance the capacity of existing employees. Like I said on the previous slide, they should hire new people or increase the number of employees in the organization. The convenience of using digital platforms and therefore is also a barrier. If, for example, if you can say there are like procedures like the employees should follow in companies, like it's much more lengthy and time consuming. So if there's like no much procedures, they can use that time to produce to productivity, like without wasting time on completed procedure, and also it will be much more efficient to the industry. And also new technologies are always emerging. So then that's in the sense like when you're working with technology in the world that we're living in, there's like new technology coming, like always like updating and stuff. So because of that, even the people who work in the industry should have the ability to move on with new technologies. So those are some of the challenges that business have to face. And also when like I talk like on the last slide, so when they work with a good customer basis, there should be have a high speed of bandwidth in there in order to like move on with the trends, new technologies, since it's a huge bandwidth power is used for those stuff. So these are the four call to action that is being requested. So thank you so much and hope you guys like it.